Hey guys, today I want to talk about what most expats miss when it comes to housing. I'm in the apartment that I showed yesterday, the one it's kind of run down. We got our little lizard friends up in the corner, but these apartments, this is a home that a Filipino family lived in. They obviously had kids. We knew them; they were friends of ours, and this place is something that if you come in here, you can say, no, I'll never get that in a million years. And I've seen a lot of the comments, and some of the comments I actually had to take off because of the language in there, and some of them I just thought were kind of rude, to be honest with you. But I know it's a fixer-upper. We all know that. Our family and Pax have the next 3 apartments down. I have the next one. We share it with my girlfriend's family, and then we have Pax's family, and then we have my home. And I'm gonna show you that too. I'm gonna show you my home again so you get to see it. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like right outside the door here. As you can see, that's our expat cabana out there. So we have like a lot of stuff to show here. And we have our little barbecues out here every now and then. And that's what people miss here. And also if you look to the side there, I don't know if you can tell where you can see it. I'll try to show you better out here. You can see a garden over there, okay? Now, as you look at this place, you're probably gonna say, oh, Steve, that place is a dump. It's $60. And when we came here, these were brand new. They're brand spanking new, and they were beautiful, okay? And as people move into them, obviously they get kind of run down. My apartment's all fixed up. It needs another paint job probably sometime in the near future, but it still looks pretty decent. The apartments here, when you fix them up and you paint them and you make it yours, like I say, and you do a long-term lease, you get a lot of people on here saying, oh, I would definitely get a long-term lease or whatever. And I agree on that, yes. So you can lock in the prices. The place where we live, we're actually near town, number one. Number two, we are near Manila. We're about 20 miles outside of Manila. We're south of Manila. We're close to things. We can go out, walk up the street here, walk up not our street, our path, to the top here. I can jump on a jeepney and go to Dasma, and we're on the bypass where it loops around. So not only leaving and coming here, I get picked up right at the end here. So I can get dropped off there. And then right around the corner, if I go up Crucillo Street, which is another one of the streets around here, if I go to the end of that, what happens is I can get a bus there all the way up to Manila, to PITX. I can go to Mall of Asia with a free shuttle. I'm pretty much, able to go anywhere I want without driving, which is great. And I can go in AC. I can go down to the Walmart down the street here. I can jump on a vehicle from there, and I can get it on a shuttle, a van. I can go to Alabang for like, I don't know, $3 or what have you, or less. I can go to Alabang and go in air conditioning and have a nice seat, relax, play a game, listen to music on my way over there, and then come back. And that's what I love about Tracy Martera, is that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people in the United States are so used to having certain things, and they don't understand when you come over here. Can you get it? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. But you're gonna pay also for it. Yes, you can get a nice, beautiful two-bedroom home over here in a gated community for about $300, $250, somewhere in around there in this area, okay? Do you wanna get into a gated community? Some people do, but really you do not need to, because most of the neighborhoods here are decent if you get into with the right ones. This neighborhood here basically is all my girlfriend's relatives. Okay, and there's some people that aren't her relatives also, but there's a lot of relatives of hers that live here. And it's one of the reasons why I like it here, because we don't have to worry about getting, robbed or have something happen here. And everybody here is close. We're very tight-knit. And any of the expats that live here will tell you, everybody here is family. We're family. It's not, we might not be blood family, but we consider ourselves like family. We love each other really a lot here. It's some people say, well, Steve, is it a commune? No, it's not a commune, it's a community. There's a difference between a commune and a community, okay? And I'm not trying to defend myself here, but we've had a few people make comments about that. Steve, you run a commune, you don't run a community. No, we run a community here. And it's a very loose term than when we say community. It is a community. We help people in every way, shape, and form, from healthcare to insurance to everything. You come talk to me, I'll help you out with that. And anybody else in the community will also give you information on things like that. You know, you have to kind of, but when you come over here, you kind of have to look past the home and fix it up and make it yours. And we've talked about that in the past too. And in here, I would put an AC right up there. You need about a 1.5 horsepower AC, or I would put it in the bedroom so you can have it in here at night and probably put it on low. It might be better off in here, right up here. Okay, you put it up there, and what you do is you're gonna leave the door open here, and easily do out here. Now I'm just showing you this because this apartment is obviously taken, okay? I'm gonna also show you guys here, as this gets fixed and as it gets cleaned, what it's gonna look like. And as we go through that, I'm gonna show you, I'll do short blurbs of showing you us cleaning it and painting it and changing it, things like that. I'm sure Justin wouldn't mind us showing that. And you'll get to see the changes, because this is a cute place. It's a cute place for 2 people. For a Filipino, believe it or not, sometimes they have 6 people living in here. They have the bunk bed in the bedroom, and they have 4 people sleeping in there and 2 people sleeping out here. Is that the way I'd want to live? No, it's not, obviously. I mean, obviously Americans have more money. But what I'm saying is, I live like Rich has put it a couple times, I live Ameripino. I live a cross between Filipino and American. I have 4 people in my house, okay? 2 of the kids sleep out in the living room. Our bedroom's divided into 2, and my daughter sleeps on the other side, and I sleep with my girlfriend on the other. And it's plenty of room, but my apartment's bigger than this apartment. The bedroom's probably like about maybe 2 or 3 times bigger than this, easily. It's a very big bedroom. You know, we have a lot of lockers in there and stuff like that, so it takes up most of the room in there, and it makes it look smaller than what it is, but it is a good size. But I just want to say this, that be careful what you say about these apartments when we show them, because a lot of people don't get it, that when you see it all fixed up, it's totally different, because it's new, it's fresh, it's got everything you want in there. It's got your AC, it's cool. You can put screens over the windows if you wanted to, but there's no need to, because you're gonna have the AC on. Most of the time, these windows are gonna be shut. I mean, these are the windows right here. We have it open in here now to air it out. It needs a good wash. You can do things in here. You can put up shelves, you can put up cabinets in here. There's not much room for cabinets, but you can put cabinets right over here on this wall here easily. You can put up, you know, a nice little cabinet there. This is probably gonna be for 1 person, maybe 2 people. Justin's gonna move in here. If he ever gets a girlfriend, he could move her in here very easily. He could even have a kid here very easily living in this, and it'd be accepted. In fact, it would be normal over here. You know, it's not like it's something abnormal, okay? It's normal. Now I'm gonna take you to my house, and I'm gonna show you my house. I'll take you over there, and I'll flip the camera around when we get over there. But actually, I'll just leave it this way. But I'm gonna show you this here. I'm gonna take you over here. Now, as you can see, this is my front porch here, and I'm gonna take you in here. We have AC up there, and you can see down below there's a house down there. But anyway, I'm gonna take you to my house. You're gonna see the way I live. Let me take my shoes off here. This is my daughter's messy desk here. She keeps it always cluttered. But I'm gonna show you in the back here, so you can see. That's where my boy sleeps, and his cousin. They sleep out here. You can see we get the TV here, and I got my little 1930 Tootsie Toy Company toys. I got all my stuff up top here. It's a little bit cluttered because it's small, but we're used to living like this. And the AC does do out here a little bit. And we have, you know, all this little stuff here. There's a painting I did. And our table's a little bit cluttered and stuff, but there's our back door. There's our kitchen area. I don't have cabinets here yet, but we plan on putting cabinets up here. I also have my RC control cars. I have a cabinet over here. Some of our emergency supplies I have in here, and I have more down below. We have more stuff up here. Some of it's emergency supplies, some of it's not. I'm buying an emergency cabinet to put up here. That's going to be my next thing. I'll show you this here. I got a Steve McQueen on a motorcycle here toy. This is like over 20 years old. It's still in the box. It's kind of cool. But I'm going to take you into the bedroom and you'll get to see. I've showed you guys this before. This is where my daughter sleeps here. She has a fan here. Her room's a little bit messy. And as you can see, we have the cabinets here. And that is my area over here. And you can see here, I have my little Mac computer and everything. I have a speaker down there. I have a couple of chairs and everything. But you know, we also have a little iPad on the wall if you want to watch a Netflix movie. Let me go through here. But I mean, as you can see, yeah, it's tight. We have water on the floor here. It's piled up. It's clean. It's super clean in here. It's not messy by any means. It's a little bit cluttered. Some people would say, well, geez, Steve, you know, you need storage and stuff like that. You know, in reality, we're fine here. You know, every once in a while we buy something to put the clutter away or whatever. We're used to living like this. We're living Ameripino, as you know, and I'm okay with that. It's perfectly fine. And you know, I can go out back here. We have a stove out here. Let me see if I can open this up and show you. You can see we have a stove out there. There's nothing fancy out back. We could fix that up out there and make that into almost a regular kitchen back there if we wanted to. We could enclose it all in. Yes, you have to spend the money to do it, but it wouldn't cost us that much to do that. In fact, it'd be kind of nice doing that, having that all done. But anyway, guys, I wanted to talk about that today because I feel it's relevant that you guys understand that when you come here, you also need to fix these places up. I mean, you can see in the back here in the bathroom, that's the hot water heater, and we have a regular toilet. I won't show the toilet, with a water tank and everything here. And it's kind of the way you live here. You have to understand, no matter where you live, you're probably going to live a little bit Filipino here. A lot of people that complain on here about the places here probably couldn't survive here because they don't understand you have to put a little bit of, you know, work into your place. You have to put a little bit of what you want into your place to make it yours. A lot of people don't get that. They come here, the first thing they start complaining about is the housing. And it's like, dude, if you don't go out and spend the money to fix up your house, it's not your house, it's the landlord's house. If you get a long-term lease or a longer-term lease and it's yours, you know, for at least 5 years or something, at least you know you're going to get your money's worth out of putting the AC in there or putting a hot water heater in there. Get your money's worth out of it. So that way there they can't go up on the rent. Well, guys say, well, why not buy my own place? Yes, you can. You can buy a condo. Okay, and that's different. But I'm saying if you're going to rent here and it's cheap to rent here. You know, a lot of guys are saying, well, I'd rather spend $300 to $600. Then go ahead and spend $300 to $600 if you have that kind of budget. By all means, whatever it takes to make you happy. But I have you know, enough money to survive over here. I'm in the sweet spot. I still choose to live like this. You know why? because it gives me the extra money to help out other people here. It gives me extra money to put my daughter over here through school for nursing. It gives me extra money to do things like that. I've had people call me, oh, you're a simp because you're giving money to the Filipinos. You know what? You should be helping your family. You should be helping Filipinos. Filipinos gave you a place to live over here. Give back a little bit. That's what life is about, man. It really bothers me when I see people like that saying things like that sometimes, because they just don't get it. They can't understand what life is about. They miss out on that spirit of giving. I love to be able to help people. We also help the orphanage up the street here. We donate money to them quite often, and I'd rather see my money help people in need. I have what I need. I'm not telling you guys what to do, and I'm not trying to, get you to do that or whatever. I'm just saying, sometimes you need to rethink your priorities a little bit and say, geez, look at all the things I got in my life. I can travel, I do things, I do what I want to do. And some people like to travel all the time. I traveled in my life enough already that I'm happy being around here for the most part. I go on small trips around Luzon and stuff like that, and I plan on going on more extended trips as time progresses. But over here, make your life yours. Make your home yours, and you'll be 10 times happier. These places over here, some people say, well, these are great starter homes. No, they're great homes, period, because if you clean it up and like I put the rubber things on the bottom of the door, I put the foam around the door so no bugs get in. I treat it once in a while for insects or whatever, but that's part of Philippine living. You have to do that no matter where you are. If you're in a $600 home or a $300 home or a $250 home, you're always going to be treating for insects in the Philippines. It's just part of the way life is in the Philippines. I have 2 refrigerators in my house because we have a pretty good sized family. I like having frozen goods here and everything. I like having enough food around me all the time. But anyway, guys, I just want to kind of throw out that so you guys can understand what it's like to live here. Make it yours. Throw in the microwave. Throw in the toaster oven. Put in a dishwasher if you feel like it. Put in an oven and a stove. Put in cabinets. Whatever you feel that you need to put into your home, because most of that stuff is cheaper over here, number one, way cheaper than you pay for it back home. And within 5 years, usually you'll get your monies back and then some. And you'll be in a place that you fixed up yourself and made it yours. You go out into one of these gated communities, you're paying all kinds of extra charges. You're paying HOA fees in some cases. You're paying other fees. If there's anything that they need to do to fix the pool or something, they're going to take up a collection from everybody in there to fix the pool or to fix something that needs to be fixed. Those are things you need to be thinking about. Whereas a regular house, you don't have that. And granted, if you have if you rent a home or something like that, and you get a long enough lease, you could always put a pool in there. Pools over here are way cheaper because most of the cost for a pool is not the materials so much, it's the work to put the pool in. So when you go to put a pool in over here, put a small pool in. They're cheap. They're not that expensive. And you know what? 5 or 6 years you'll get your money's back out of it. And so what if you leave it to your landlord? Big deal. A lot of people have this thing about leaving something to somebody. If you got your money's worth out of it, who cares? That's the way I look at it. If I got my money's worth out of it and then some, what do I care whether somebody gets it? It's almost like when you lease a car or you lease a home, you always got to give it back. So if you got your money's worth out of it, who cares? And that's the way you should be looking at it when you come over here and you lease a home or you rent a home long-term. Sign a long-term rental agreement with them, a lease. Do 5 years, do 3 years, depending on how much you think you're going to put into it. Figure it out in your head or figure it out with a calculator, what you're going to put in there, and then see, am I going to get my money's worth? If you spend, the average air conditioner is about $600 to $700 over here for a split type. You put that in, and you're paying $60 a month rent, and that's the only thing you put in. You don't care about the hot water heater or whatever. That's the only thing you put in. You put a little paint in, and your furniture you can take with you. when you leave, even after a year, you get your money's worth. Let's face it, it's 50, 60 bucks a month plus, the cost of the electric bill or whatever. You've got your money's worth out of it. And that's the way I look at it. And then so what? If you wanted to, you could still take it, just repair the holes. But for me, I wouldn't want to be walking around with a big air conditioner, especially a split type air conditioner. And plus, you have to take it all apart. You have to take out the AC. It's worth it sometimes to just give it to somebody and just say, you know what? Let the next people use it. Bless them. God bless them. It's theirs. Anyway, guys, just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I know some of it sounded like a little bit like I was venting today. I just don't think a lot of people understand what it's like to get into low-cost rents over here. You have to understand most of them are going to be fixer-uppers. But you can make them into a real diamond if you spend time on them. God bless, guys. Take care.